Hello! Today I'm gonna talk about warming up the body in calisthenics. And the warm-up phase is a very important phase because it's a phase where you start to get into the body, you start to disconnect from the world, you start to disconnect from your mind, from your stress or things that you have going on in your life. And therefore it's very important to connect with what part of the body you're going to use for the training. So usually you are going to train a skill, a particular skill, and you want to start waking up the motor control, the movement, the patterns that you are going to train in the later on real training for endurance and strength, etc. So there are two main phases at the beginning of your warm-up. One is the generic or general warm-up, and then the specific warm-up. The generic warm-up is about just getting warmed up, raise the temperature of the body. So exercises like the jumping jacks and things that makes you move and makes you get very warm on your joints and on your muscles. The second is the specific. So this is about finding exercises, and this you can see how good is your trainer also. Find exercises that are propedeutic, that are very useful to do the skill that you're going to later on train. And therefore it's good to start activating with gentle movement, with small movement, with just easy movement, the pattern that you're going to train. There are basically 4 phases for calisthenics that are useful and efficient and effective to warm up. One is, as I said, general activation, like warming up the body, hitting the body more so that the blood start to go around and create movement and healing and energy into the parts of your body. The second is mobility for joints. So it's really important to have great mobility in calisthenics because you can move effortlessly, my word, effortlessly, into the position. So you have a starting position usually and an ending position. So you want to move effortlessly from the start to the end. And this requires, for many skills, a great mobility of the joints. For instance, straddle the legs, pike position, chest to the knees, wrist also, all these parts. So try to do mobility for these joints. Then, of course, is the very mindful part, which is focus on the muscle that you're going to use. You're going to do a handstand, you're going to train maybe this motion where you shrink your shoulder towards the ear and you have this abduction of the shoulder and the lats, or you're going to use the shoulders, or you're going to use the wrist, you're going to use the legs, and so on. And the last part, the 4th part, is the core activation. So you want il corpo in tenuta, the hollow body. Is not always the hollow body, but it's just having this tightness, this stillness in the body, because you're going to balance in many positions. Balance meaning press to handstand, press to front lever, back lever. It's like you are having a stick. If you're having a stick that is very stiff, you can just balance it easily with one joint, and the rest of the body moves like a one piece, like a piece of cement. But if it's wobbling, it's like then it's very hard to control. So the core stability, the motor control is key to all the skills, to not get injured and to actually progress much faster. But of course, it means that you need to train your core. It means you need to suffer at the beginning a lot to get these really tight muscles inside your abdomen, outside your abdomen, on the side of your abdomen, that you will discover by training in calisthenics and gymnastics. And then as a rule of thumb, if you are going to train for 1 hour, and it's recommended to do 1 hour because you have the hormonal peak in about 60 minutes. More than that, you can keep training, but you're not gonna get the benefit of the muscle gains of the it's just better also to do 60 minutes focus. You do it, you set it aside, and it's done for your day. And the warm-up, if you do 60 minutes, it can be about 15, so a quarter of the time is gonna be your warm-up. So use it very mindfully to really do what you need to do to activate the muscles. How many times have you trained a skill and you didn't have it, and the day after you tried again and you had it? Maybe because you prepare the body. Once you prepare the body, for instance, when I do handstand, if I really prepare the body and I do first this motion and I really activate the shoulder, the mobility, etc., then I go to handstand and I can hold it. But if I don't do that, it's like I just cannot do it. So really use that time. The first 2-3 minutes, as I said, for the phase 1, general activation, hitting the body. Second phase is 2-3 minutes again for joint mobility, so not much time. Also there, 5 minutes for the focus work. So you're gonna use, I don't know, the legs, so just warm up very well the legs with some creative exercises. And then for the core stability, for the motor control, also 5 minutes, just to activate. Watch out, just to activate, but without getting tired. That it's actually better to do at the end, so you just work your endurance and your stamina, etc. And what are the benefits of the warm-up? The benefits are that you heat your body. When the body is heated, the blood is flowing better, and you are moving inside the fluids of your body. Also, when you move the fluids of your body inside, you are moving also the nutrients. So actually that helps also to heal parts and to prepare parts and to make grow parts of your body. And activates the metabolism of the energy. So you know, the ATP and all that, it's activating this. It enabled you a better performance of the strengths and the mobility of the body. Improved the elasticity also. How many times you started to do maybe one leg good morning, and then at the 5th set you start to, the body get loosen and start to get into the position even better. So you progressively go into the position. And then you also reduce the injuries, the risk for injuries. And last point, also you reduce or control better the production of lactatio, which is when you get cramps, basically. So it's more likely that you get more trained, that your body can have more stamina and be more fit. Okay. To summarize the warm-up, main point is really that you are there with your mind. So it's really by activating the body parts, putting your body where it needs to go, that you can get out the max out of it. So you just do it very focused, you set it aside for the day, and it's done. This is my mantra also: do things focused, so that you can enjoy, and then you have much more time for other things later on.